And so we're asking questions about increased energy demand in Ohio, with companies proposing these rate increases. Some are pointing to the growth of big tech as a strain on the grid. Across the country, data centers are being built to meet digital demands, and that includes here in Ohio. According to datacentermap.com, there are 5 data centers in Dayton and 1 in Springfield. To our east, Columbus houses 120 data centers, and in Cincinnati, that number is around 20. Up near Cleveland, the site reports 24. Right now, I am joined live by Dr. Shuang-Ye Wu, the chair of the University of Dayton's Department of Earth and Environmental Geosciences. Dr. Wu, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. With the rise of artificial intelligence and growth of people's digital footprints, it looks like demand for these centers can only grow. Can you give us an idea of just how much energy these centers use?
Well, the demand certainly grows a lot, and it was even before the artificial intelligence, because our online activities and those data centers are very energy intensive. Even the small ones consume about 1 to 5 megawatts per megawatts, and the larger ones will go to over 100 and 150 megawatts. So by comparison, an average household, probably the energy consumption is 1.2 kilowatts. So that means a small data center consumes the same amount of energy as several thousand households, like a small town. And then the big ones will consume the amount of energy like the whole like a city, like the whole city of Dayton.
Yeah, that really puts it into perspective. And it's not just electricity. The centers are also using a lot of water. Why do they need so much?
Well, the energy is mostly used for running the big computers, but also for cooling those computers. The computers generate a lot of heat that need to be cooled in order to perform properly. So heating requires a lot of water, and that's why those data centers also need a lot of water.
And then how could this affect everyday customers here in Ohio?
Well, those large demand on electricity definitely put strains on the electric grid, and it will, it has already driven up the energy prices. And also, in addition to that, because in Ohio, the great majority of the electricity, 88% of the electricity was generated by fossil fuels, which contribute to the carbon dioxide emission and leading to more global warming. And we are already seeing a lot of the impact of global warming, like extreme storms, that further exacerbates the electric grid. So it's worsening in many perspectives. And beyond that, there's also very localized environmental impacts like noise and pollutions, air pollutions, and environmental impacts like that. So people's lives are being affected by these data centers.
We're certainly running out of time here, only about 20 seconds left. Is there anything these power companies or individuals can do to lessen this impact?
Definitely increase energy efficiency and reduce the reliance on fossil fuels. I think that's a long-term way to build sustainable development of the data centers.
All right, Dr. Shuang-Ye Wu, the chair of the University of Dayton's Department of Earth and Environmental Geosciences. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.